She's smart. Isn't even a treat. She does that because she wants a toy. That is an Indian trick. She does that because she wants a toy. Come on, go get it. Yet. Come on, go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Bucky is not gonna give it to you. There you go. Girl, girl, I love you, Peachy. I love you, Peachy. I do. I do. Come on. Come on. Yes, yes, you can see, her sight, her vision, it's much better now. It's kind of almost perfect, but if you look it deep inside of her eyes, it is still the color isn't brown, it is different. But she can see, glory to Lord, I've been doing the treatment to her. Tonight I'm kind of freaking out because she never eats anything from the floor, and tonight we went to the pharmacy and a piece of chocolate from a person that does popcorn on the streets was being thrown inside of the pharmacy intentionally, and she ate a little bit, and I have to scream in there because I can sense it, but I kick it before. So, I'm doing the test with her vision now to see how she's doing, if she can see. And tonight I will have to be awake to her, and check because uh, she ate that thing, you never know. It was inside of a pharmacy with people hating me, hating my dog for no reason, you know. You know what they can do? Well, they have done this, huh? And it's in there with that. So I gotta be aware of how it's gonna be her reactions, her pee color, and you know that's it. Huh? But I see that she can see it's being like almost hold on. It's been almost like in 1 hour that she had ate it, and if it was something more than chocolate, mix it on it. I would know. She's kind of wild because she doesn't eat desserts, anything like this. She's fine. Because on March 26th, when she she got the poison in her body, it was like she couldn't do anything. She stopped seeing like immediately, and her eyes started to get red like filled with blood. And that was very scary. Uh, Y'all can see. I don't know if the camera of my computer do it. Hold on, mama. But y'all can see that around her eyes, it's very dark. Here. She had. Look at the camera. Look at her eyes colors. Here, my love. Here, here, here. Can you see? The color is different. Come down, my love. Come down. Look at here. Come here. Come on. Come here, Miguel. Look at that. Oh, see? It's being like that. Come here, mama. Oh, it's kind of the dark color of her eyes, and it's not because of the lights. It's being like this since she took the medicine to get out the poison from her system, and the day after she took the medicine to take it out the poison from her system. It was normally, but then the next day she took another medicine, and it is like it's been like that since that day on March 27th. And she got a little, you know, blind that night, and since then she's been like this. But she's seeing. Y'all can see that she can see uh, her sight. You know, she's aware. Like I'm not sure how much she can see, but every time I do the test to her on her, you know, to see if she can see, or if she can hear, or if she's like it uses her ears, her senses, like nose and ears beside her eyes, you know. But she can see. She's seeing for what she was few months, you know, few days ago. It's kind of she definitely it's seeing, you know, definitely. Uh, and I see she's, you know, she's doing her best to get healed, and she trusts that, you know, every time I call her to put the medicine inside of her eyes, she comes nicely and allows me to open her eyes and put the medicine in there, and then do the massage eye by eye, you know. 3 times a day, it's kind of, man, you know, she's feeling much better with the medicine. I'm gonna show you. I think she's feeling relief, you know, from the pain she was feeling in there. I think that every time she puts the medicine inside of her eyes, she feels better. Here's the cream. Yeah, I know. I love it too. She's giving me kisses off. Oh, I love you too. I love you. I love you so much. You're such a beautiful, beautiful mom. Yes, you are. So it's love you all the time. Oh my gosh, my kisses, my kisses, my kisses, my kisses. I love you. I do. Yes, yes, you are mom's princess. So she's allowing me to put it this, you know, and it's a little white cream, and I have to open her eyes and put it inside, and then do a massage in there for it to get mixed in her pill, and that's we are doing 3 times per day, yeah, amiga? Right, mommies? Right, huh? She's such a good dog, you know. She loves me so much that she's kind of, you know, she. I think she was more scared to, you know, to losing me than anything else. But she knows she's never gonna lose mommy's amiga. I would never, ever, ever, you know, give my dog away, no matter what. She's precious for me, special. I love her, and you know, she's she's a good dog. And unfortunately, we are this, you know, in Brazil, in all these abuses every day. It's super ridiculous. You have no idea what they plan, you know. Every time I go, I'm inside of it, the place outside to her. It's nasty, you know. And it's kind of she deserves, you know, to have a better life, you know, a happy life, because she's a happy doggy. She's very active. She loves to play all the time. She, you know, she's not a sleepy dog. She's 7 years old now, and she acts like a puppy. You know, she has lots of energy, lots of life in her. Glory to Lord. And seeing that these people are hurting her because they want to show up in my social media pages, and what they do to me, all these spiritual abuses, it's ridiculous, and I'm disgusted with that and with her inside of the room as well because she knows everything and she participates on it, and it's kind of where do you want to go with all this? What, how you think that is gonna end? How you wanna end it this? Because the story is very simple. You have to give me money for my dog and I go live your lives, and you are now got together with these people 4 years ago, and now they don't wanna just live. They don't wanna live because they think they're gonna make money or they're gonna be famous or they're gonna get inside of my head. These people are ridiculous. Ridiculous. They are ridiculous. And every time I turn it on my computer, they sit, sit in front of another computer and start to see everything that I'm doing, and it's kind of how these people is gonna be punished for this. Seriously, how they gonna be punished for this? When I walk around, it's kind of a horror movie because they plan everything before. And they get mad and frustrated because it doesn't work to me because I'm a psychic, I'm a paranormal person, and they think that they are gonna make those things, those games and jokes all the time, and it's gonna happen, it's gonna work, and I'm just being with my dog, and you are being disrespectful, unfaithful to God, and you are committing sacrileges because for you to do that to me, you have to trespass the faith I have in God, and that's how it is being. That's all what they are doing. That's all what they are doing. But Amiga, I think she's gonna be fine. She's trying. She really is. Come on. She really is trying to get better, to get healed, and bless you. And I just pray to the Lord, to bless her with her normal, happy life because she's a happy doggy, and it's gonna be very, very cruel. If these people had killed my dog or made her, being blind, it would be very cruel for them because she's you see, she's back to the dog outside. She's a pure joy. She's happiness all the time. She's lovely all the time. Every picture I have with her, she's always kissing me in pictures, and it's not that I asked her. She's trained it for. It's who she is. She's that lovely. She's very, very lovely. And I maybe because I'm lovely too. Yes, I am. Maybe because I'm lovely too. But she's very lovely all the time. She loves to play, and I'm very active. I'm a person that I love to go out and walk and do exercise outside. And she loves it too. But in here, the only things that we are doing is kind of playing inside of the place. They don't have anything here to go walk besides the dirty streets that are in the area. And I think that's very cruel that, this person in the room in there now watching TV is doing to my dog and I, and cowardly with these people who are attacking my dog and I, because in the end, she's being the worst one abuser. And all that is happening you know, it's kind of man, you just need to pay for you to end. And every time I ask her, when she's going to the bank and she's gonna give me the money, she screams at me and crosses me, in front of my face or in my back, or crosses my dog in front of me, or she treats me that she's gonna beat me with something, and it's been like this. To be honest, since I was a child, but since for 6 years now, since my dog and I came to Brazil in 2013, it's been like almost every day. And when she is the kind of coward, she takes her clothes all out and she leaves, and then she tells me she's not gonna pay for the food, and everybody's asking like, oh, but you are not 42, why don't you go seek for a job and do something? And I'm kind of, man, I was in Los Angeles, living my life instead of in my home with my dog and working. And she lied with something that I already knew because, you know, how I knew, because I can predict, I can know it. And I went to my American psychic and she confirmed it to me that she was planning something. And if it was something different, that she did, but she messed with health, somebody else's healthy and money, you know. And that's the reason my dog and I are here in Brazil now. And and also the reason that we are staying because since we came in here without having any way to go back there, I had sick for I had found jobs. But Amiga don't stay in a place where is not her home. She's a dog. She's not a child. She's here with me. You know how many times we have moved from since we came from United States? Hold on. Man, we had moved a lot. I think more than 10 times. And this is this is what it's happening. 16 times. I just was going like in my mind now to all the places we had been, and it's been total 16 times into this place again now. And she's not like she knows it's not her home. How she's gonna think that it's a home if it all or stuff are like this? Look how we are living 6 years in Brazil, like that. Like that. Those are my luggage. What wasn't being stolen from inside of them, it's in there. And these are the blankets that we sleep on the floor. And that's how we are living 6 years now. I don't want to show up in a video. I just want to talk about. Don't do that. You know. So she knows it's not her place. She knows it's not her home. And I'm not here in Brazil with any intention. I didn't come here with any intention to stay. You know, I'm being forced to stay here with her. I don't want to stay here. I can't handle the weather. It's too hot. Damn, it's too hot. There is no winter. There is no 4 seasons here. It's only or summer or summer or summer. and it's the whole fucking year like too hot. Amiga doesn't like it too. She suffers with the weather. We have to sleep in the living room with two fans now because it's very warm and wet and everything that I don't like it for a long time. But going back to her and her eyes, that I had to tell you the reason because lots of the people are asking me why you still there? Why you not working? Why why you not doing this? Why none of your friends are helping you? That's another sentence I want to ask, okay? Because I'm answering questions. So this is another answer I'm gonna ask now. Why my friends are not helping me? Well, my friends from Brazil offered me help to go to their places and bring my dog and go out and have fun, you know. And I don't want. I told I'm the kind of a person that I don't go out, out to have fun with my friends when I have something wrong going on. I'm not like that. I was never being like that. I'm not the kind of a person that thinks like, oh, if I go out today and drink all the alcohol that it's been there and I will have money to pay for, I will feel better. I'm not this kind of a person. I'm very centered and I had been centered since I was younger. I'm the kind of a person that I like to go out to go dance, to go have fun when I have nothing going on. Because I don't use my problems and excuses, to get drunk or to do anything. I don't use problems to anything. People say that, oh no, but when you have problems and then you drink and then you go dance and then you see people and then you forget and then it's I'm a kind of no, and then you drink and then you forget for like 1 or 2 hours and then tomorrow you wake up with a fucking headache because you drunk everything that you're not ready to do. And the problems are still the same and worse because you have a headache and maybe vomiting. So that's the reason I'm not going out because I have good friends in Brazil that I definitely can go out with them and bring my dog and leave my dog quiet in that places. That's because I know nothing bad's gonna happen to her. My friends are people that I trust and that I know who they are more than they know. I know. And that's the reason I'm not going out. And I told that to them. They know me. They know me a lot to know the reason why. And some people also asked me why I didn't bring Amiga on March 26th, the day of my interview, directly to the American, to the veterinarian, besides going to the American consulate to do my interview. Well, answering this question is very simple. Uh, I I feel in the bottom of my heart and deep inside of my soul, holding my rosary in the name of Jesus, that since I started to meet meet Americans, you know, when I was living there, I felt a connection, a special connection of love. And but Brazilians, everybody sees that Brazilian people are very warm and very happy and very this and very that, and I'm kind of well, Brazilians are people that the suffering for them, it's something that they think another person should have. because they had suffered before, and Americans are like me, and that's why I felt the connection. Americans are kind of the people, and Europeans too, because I also lived in Europe. But American people are charitable, and I'm a charitable person. American people think that when they see somebody suffering and having problems with something, they want to help. They don't want to. They don't want to. Of course, there is like a motherfuckers through in there. Of course, no, I'm not saying that to everybody. It's like, yo, the whole count. But I'm telling you for the people that like yeah, from 100%, I can tell you, like, 90, 90. I'm gonna give you 99% of it, the people in there, are good people. I can see it. I could participate and know it and understand. And it's not only about the future. I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about kindness. I'm talking about compassion. I'm talking about charity. I'm talking about intelligence. I'm talking about respect to others. And for me, I love it. Every country that I have lived or visited before, I do. I had been like in some good countries and traveling, a few others in Europe, and I love them. The countries I had been, to be honest, I love Europe. I do. Oh my goodness, everything there. It's like I love the European people. Uh, but from other countries I had been before, United States is the country where most, 100% of the people are charitable. Even when you see videos like with the people saying that people don't care about the others in the United States, that they help everybody outside of the country, because there is a lot of videos that says it, and it's not true. That is the most charitable people that I ever saw in my life. You know, they love to help others, and it's not to say like we are helping, and then we are gonna be the best of anyone in the planet, because no, it's because Americans are like that, and that was a huge point. Was the first one that made me fall in love with Americans. Oh, I'm gonna cry. That was the first one that made me fall in love with the American people, because for me and all that excuse me, all that I believe in my religion, everybody sees that I share evangelical churches. I love gospels. I love to go Catholic churches. Where is Jesus? It's home, and I mean in church. Where is Jesus? Where Jesus is being praised correctly and honestly, and with dignity and integrity and fidelity. You know, for me, it's a place that I feel that I can go. Because this is all that Jesus is about for me. And when I saw the charity, I'm a spiritual person, kardecista, and my religion says that those who are charitable always will have the forgiveness, and will be deserving you know, from God's love and compassion and redemption, accepted, and everything. And when I felt it, and that's not the reason I am a charitable person, because my religion says that. I'm a charitable person because I love to help others. I love to help other human beings. I love to, sometimes a charity doesn't mean only about money. It means like if you see somebody, you know, I always see, I always look, you know, and I watch it too. And every time I see somebody that is on the streets, I mean, I'm homeless. I I maybe smile. I maybe buy some food, or if the person is asking for alms, I give some. And of course, I give you money to them. Of course, I do, because for me, it doesn't matter what they will do with the money. I'm gonna give it to them. If I'm not controlling somebody else's, like, by the time I give them the money they ask for, and I'm putting myself to give the money, that what they're gonna do with the money I give to them is not my business anymore. You know what I mean? And then you know I'm talking now about it, being charitable to homeless people. Being charitable with a person that sometimes it's like in a middle class, or in a high level class, financial, I mean wealthy, you know sometimes a person that has lots of money, more than I could ever know. Sometimes it's kind of upset, so because I have friends for all kind of financial classes. And sometimes it's like I worked, or I smile, or if it's something like a post, like a gift, you know what I mean? So this is all charity. Charity is when you see somebody needing something, and you do it with all the clean feelings that you have inside of you. That's what is charity, you know? And that was the reason I fell in love with Americans. In first sight of the understanding who American citizens really are. Because when you are from other countries, you usually look for people from the same country as you, because you don't want to feel disconnected, because people don't give you sometimes opportunities to know other, the people from the country that they are living. And I'm not like that. The countries I have lived before, or the countries that I was just visiting, I always met, the citizens of these countries. And I make friends everywhere. And when I, excuse me, when I fall in love with American citizens, was the first thing that I could be connected, with the charity feelings that Americans have. And that's the reason, going back to the point, that's the reason I want to go back to United States with my dog. And that's the reason I feel like an American citizen. And that was also the reason that I decided to go to the American consulate and do my interview, knowing that my dog had her eyes like in different color. And then only when I got in the, oh my lord, bless you. Only when we got in the veterinary was that I knew that was blood, because I didn't have any idea what was that. And you know, and I decided to go into the American consulate because the first interview I had in there, in in February 26th, I couldn't get in because Amiga was with me, and they said she couldn't get in even inside her bag, and I had to change the appointment, you know, and they could, they could say to me that I could not have the interview anymore, but they gave me another chance to have the interview, and it was like for the month of March, like last month, on 26th, like a month after the interview I have lost, and that is the reason I decided to go, you know, to the interview because it was very important for me and for my dog to get my American, papers back for us to go back to there and live the lives we were living before and with the people that I feel like my people, you know, and with the rules of their country that I learned it, you know, I have to learn the rules from there, how it is, and I adapted to the laws in the United States. I know how it works, and I never felt like anything could be good for me there. And I just felt a little bit upset because I wasn't even being neglected. I was being disqualified, and and ouvir that word for me after all that I have been through was kind of, well, it's sad that you you don't know me, and it's sad that you don't know anything from my life, and by just looking, all the papers I brought in there, I brought my rent payments because I was living in an apartment with my dog and I was paying the rent. I brought my checks, you know, from the bills that I was paying, like water, gas, normal things. I brought my driver's licenses, my green card that was expired, and even my dog's bills, from the day I got her in the store, even that I brought. And I didn't have how to prove any place I was working because I didn't get the check, the tax papers, you know, and that's the reason. So that's the reason I didn't get the American visa. Not American visa only, on my green card back, my American resident card, and that's it, guys. And then I brought Amiga to the veterinarian. There is a friend of mine. It made me remember the post now. She shared a post yesterday saying, "This is like normal people tell a story from the beginning, outline, and then." And she was like, "And this is how I tell a story. I go to the beginning, go to the middle, go to the other part, go to the end, go to someone else, go, and then the end." It's a funny post, and always kind of, well, for you to explain something to somebody, and tell what's going on, you have to go to the parts of the story. But some people go to like 2 like 6 years in 42 minutes, you know? And then that's why I'm laughing now because the post is exactly like it is. So that's the reason. And then I'm gonna end just like the post was saying, like, oh, now I'm gonna say that's the end of the story, and I will maybe apologize. Huh? No, I'm gonna end it different. I'm gonna end telling y'all that my dog is better. She can see she's doing her best to get healed. She is a good dog, and yeah, she wants to have her, eyes working back and normal again. And that's it. I'm doing my best for her to get better. Right, my love? Look, if she's asking for me to pet her belly, she puts her leg up. And now I'm gonna turn her off the video, share for y'all to see if you want. And and then I'm going to get ready to practice my fitness and my yoga class. And that's it. Amiga, Amiga was walking around and going to, to see what is in there. And I hope, and I'm praying a lot for, of course, for her healing, her health, but also for us to get the money because since we didn't get the, my resident card, I have plans to, study for yoga classes, and I already know the country I will go with her, and yes, we will, and I'm gonna take the classes in there, and uh, and then I will see because to Brazil, I don't want to live in Brazil anymore. Not because of what is happening here, but because I really don't socialize. Don't feel like I want to stay in Brazil and be in anything that is this. And why I'm talking here with you, one of the abusers that is hiding inside of the closet store downstairs, just hit something here from the ceiling there where I'm sitting, and it is how they do when they want to show me that they are violating my privacy, in whatever I'm doing, and also to tell me that they are gonna attack me anytime, and it's kind of that's how it is. That's how coward it is. And this coward just hit here what I mean, what I'm seeing. And it's inside of the store, and the store is closed now. It's almost 11 o'clock of the night. So now I'm gonna chill with Amiga, right, Amiga? Huh? Huh? Give me blue. And the video was only to show to myself that Amiga is seeing very well, moving to law. She's seeing much better than she was before. And then I started to talk with y'all. you know, then I started to speak because the video was just for me to, to see that my dog is sight, it's normal, and that's it. Even after she ate the chocolate that was being thrown for her to eat inside of the pharmacy 2 hours ago, she's normal. She's not having any reaction, like, that something bad it may, knock your words may happen, so that's the real reason I started this video, because I really want to see how she's gonna be after she ate that piece of chocolate that was being thrown on the floor of the pharmacy for her to take it. And I saw it, I kicked it, and while I was paying my collagen uh, pills, she went there because her leash is long. She went to the fucking piece of the chocolate and she ate a little bit. So that's why That's the real reason I recorded this video. So guys, have a good evening, and what is still here, evening tonight. Good night for those who are going to bed because it is already night or going out. Have fun, be careful, be care. And for those who are waking up because in the other part of the planet and it's already morning, Sunday morning there, God bless you. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday with your family or with your family church or with your friends or your pets or yourself. And be happy in whatever you do. Okay? This is Amiga asking me for me to pet her because she wants to be pet by her mommy. Yes, she does. That's how she asked for me to rub her belly. And amiga, that's how she asked for. She puts her always, she opens her leg and puts it, my arm. Hey, amiga, say bye, beaches. Bye, beaches. Bye, beaches. I'm gonna try to get some fun, some money, and then get some sleep. My mom is gonna work out. Né, amiga? I love you so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Segurança da mami. And with her bringing her blue blue, her favorite toy in the planet, her favorite toy in the planet, her favorite toy in the planet. We will end. We will end the video with her playing her favorite toy in the planet. Her blue. Her blue. She's slipping this ball inside of her mouth. You know? She does. Sometimes she slips with her ball inside of her mouth. It's kind of funny, but she does it. You might not. Né, amiga? Hey, amiga. Amiga, come on. Hey, come here. Get away from there. Come on. Come here, amiga. Come on, amiga. Ela já escutou. Ela já escutou. Come here, amiga. Vem aqui. Amiga. Come on. Come on. Don't do that. You know. You know. So that's how we're gonna end the video now, and I don't wanna even apologize for that because that's how she plans, Never she was waiting for me to say that I was gonna end the video, and then she wants to put her voice in there, and I'm kind of so disgusted to hear the voice of this abuser because I know when she acts, and she was just acting now, and that's it. Let's go, amiga. Say bye. 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 Oh, eu quero pro grupo. Bora. No? You wanna be close to mommy? You just wanna be mommy's doguinha? I love you. I love you so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Lord. Yes, I do, Lord. Minha boquinha cheirosa, cheirosa da mami. I love you so much, my Lord. God bless you, heals you, and protects you all the time from anything, anyone that can feed your Michael, cause any connection that doesn't serve to you for for your love, for your kindness, and it is all being rebuked, and cause all the attachments that doesn't serve to your heart, that Archangel Ariel always keep you safe and secure, knowing that you want to you, no matter what. Okay, my Lord, I love you. And Jesus, our Savior, Jesus, 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 our Savior, our Healer, our Blesser, our Anointment, for everything. It's always, you know, by your side. Okay, my Lord, I love you so much. Yes, I do. I'm very proud of you. You're such a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Yes. You didn't give up in your life because you love mommies. And thank you for your love. Thank you for loving me so much that you know, you didn't allow your organism to be poisoned. Thank you for loving me so much, for loving your life so much that you know, you are fighting to have your eyes and your vision back. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you so much. Okay, I am. Bye.